Good evening. I found a new area to talk upon, and this is on the digital media that is happening in India. I was watching a few number of videos related to the book that Rajdeep Sardesai has written, 2024 general election, or even subsequent four, Kashmir, Haryana, Jharkhand, and Maharashtra. So 2024 general election observations. I was taking a few looks on that. Jogendra Jadav's comment somewhere that the three, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, and Maharashtra, these two are totally sort of cannot be explained through data or the often repeated angle of EVM manipulation comes up or the overall process comes up. I did not even know that Dinesh Trivedi has joined BJP. Looks like. So today I'll be talking about something else actually. Some of these videos I was having a look all through the day. Then David Greger earlier I said, few others. But one thing once which struck me, I think on Santosh, his interview with Rajdeep Sardesai, and that was the most casual, nice interview I saw in Indian space so far. And he's 31, doing good. Then a few other, like I looked at Quint, I looked at News Laundry, few other digital online news media. Rajdeep Sardesai says there is 400 news channels in India. There are 900 or more than 17,000 periodical newspapers published in India. I was trying to look at the digital media space in India. And Indian advertisement revenue, coming to the points directly, the overall advertisement market in India is around maybe less than 1 lakh crore. Out of that, around 30 or 40,000 crores is digital, around 35,000 crores is TV, around 20,000 crores is print. Even in print, I think one thing I think I will make a mistake, like online content of India Times, Times of India Group, Hindustan Times, Indian Express, they get lots of advertisements. So if you look at the newspapers plus the online versions, the overall revenue of newspapers or print plus news, online news would be much higher than 20,000 crores surely. And similarly on TV also, in TV they may be getting something on TV, satellite to TV or whatever, the D2H, direct to home business, one part. The other part is the TV content when you see online, again there is an advertisement that comes. So that means what I'm trying to say is that traditional media like print and TV have extended their arms online to get two streams of revenue. One is through print directly, what you see on a newspaper advertisement on paper, and what you see on the digital version of the news content on the web. That goes for TV also. And then there is other news media like what I says News Laundry, News Click, or the Squint, many others. And those are there. They're coming up nicely. And those are the areas I am particularly interested to have a look at it. Like what is their revenue, how is it growing, who is the largest there. I saw News Laundry. They say they don't take any advertisement at all. Now that's something good. You don't get any advertisement break. They run on uh, readers subscription model or donation model. And but all the time I believe that there will be always good companies to sponsor some of the programs, some of the content. Why not take it? That's my prima facie suggestion. Without looking at the details, I think you cannot rely on only on subscription model. There will be always sponsors, and sponsors are again good or bad. Though the news media has a message there that we don't take sponsorships like from Adani or Ambani. If you want to have your own discretion on news, you need to pay for it, and that's fair enough. But I believe there are good companies also. There is no denying that, and good companies should associate with companies like this News Laundry or NewsClick or others that they have Quint with those business models and their better quality of filtering content, checking content, fact checking content. editorial discretion in what to publish and what not to publish. But broadly, I'll be talking about the advertisement market. So India is roughly 35,000 crore or a little more, 40,000 crore is digital, 35,000 crore is TV, 20,000 crore is print. In China, around 26.3 billion is digital. Yes, and in US, overall ad market is $455 billion. Means Indian ad market has grown a lot. These are some of my research areas when I was doing research in internet trends and overall internet impact on society, how internet as a general purpose technology impacts society in terms of connectivity, content, and all that. And I was keenly following the ad market size. I think again this George Sorrell, I think that's his name, right? Martin Sorrell of WPP. He was the first to move to online marketplace. He understood the digital marketplace. He was taking WPP is one of the biggest ad agencies in the world, and he was taking his clients more to digital online space, leaving aside the satellite TV or old age TV or newspaper. And Google, whatever revenue he had, it had probably 80%, 90% of his revenue from ads, very less from other products categories they had. I saw now that Facebook gets a significant part of the ads globally. That was quite a news to me. Naturally, would be there are enough stupids in the world, so Facebook will get a few, quite a significant $1 billion, particularly in a market like US, where there are no shortage of very wise men on side and very stupid men on the other side. So these are the things. I think looking at China advertisement market, it is China would be what? Whatever, if you take the lower side estimate, even $30 billion by 35,000 crore, China's online market advertisement would be, I'm not doing my arithmetics right, the figures need to be checked again, but 30, 40, 50 times of Indian online marketplace. In China, these are the two players who are contributing. One is that TikTok parent and one is that Alibaba. They spend 50% of the total, around $70 billion of ad spend in China, purely on digital or digital plus other put together, print, outdoors put together. I need to check those figures, sir. But I'm just trying to getting back to those numbers and trying to understand and get a glimpse of what's happening in the digital marketplace. Nothing is free. Somebody is paying for it. The advertiser pays for it. Just like the advertiser pays for the free channel or not so much costly rupees 2 channel and other things. DD home, that is free, DD satellite to home or whatever. Government has lots of channels, private has lots of channels, TV channels, and the contents are nothing too much to speak about in most of the TV channels in India. But the point is I'm trying to make is that what needs to be looked at, the future of news. How much, like in Twitter yesterday, Elon Musk was saying that Twitter is the most trusted news source in more than 100 countries now, 120 countries, even including probably India. What do you trust? Whatever you read, whatever you see something in TV, something in press, something in online content, and you see something in Twitter, something in Facebook. Facebook never trust anything. 90% will be jokes apart. LinkedIn again is another of those. LinkedIn is nowhere in social media. I found that counts. I was in LinkedIn, whatever, for some time. It was good anyway. It was good experience. But LinkedIn is nowhere in the digital media space among the top social media sites and other things. LinkedIn is quite famous and popular among Indian academicians or Indian users of social media. I don't see much of LinkedIn there. Twitter is there, YouTube is there. I'm getting into YouTube through this video blog, whatever useless these are. But the point I'm trying to say is that I'm looking back at some of these numbers on the advertisement market size. How much of that is digital? Within digital, how much of that is going to the traditional media houses on their online digital platforms and which are going to the new media setups or new journalistic media setup. Because journalism is very important. If you want to change the country, you need to ensure that India gets adequately and rightly informed. You can't leave this to the something like, what is that guy's name? Uh, the ZTV guy who says now how Modi walks down, whatever his name, I forget. I keep a Sudhir Chaudhuri, his sample a joker, and there are enough of those samples and joker. Another is Rahul Kanwal. So the point is that it is important to know whom do you trust. It is one is the you have a trust of the organizations that you work in. You have an individual trust. I'm not saying Rajdeep Sardesai is great or Ravish is great or this wire editor. What's his name? I forget his name. Great guy. Vardharajan. He is a great journalist, as it was P. Sainath. It is very rarely those type of journalists there. P. Sainath, Ravish, Vardharajan. So there is always your own credibility. One thing is that you sell your own credibility, like Rahul Kanwal, like this Sudhir Chaudhuri, like this. Most of the others do regularly, and some whatever these those are better to forget those names. But the point I'm trying to say is that how is digital journalistic platform, digital news media is evolving in India. How much of that is digital video? How much is that digital text? Because I think Wire makes significant digital videos. Wire makes significant text digital content. I think that's the top that comes to my mind. Then there is Scroll, which is also mostly into digital text media content. I'm not sure they're getting much into video or not. But News Laundry and many others like Quint, they are getting into more of a digital video content journalism, which is also good, which needs to be acknowledged, and there is a need for that. I believe Wire and Scroll and like Countercurrent, that is good from South, one very nice gentleman. He has been doing it for long. I think he has not found a cliche for him or the niche area, not cliche, not a niche area for him. He needs to find a Countercurrent, has been doing good on text journalism. They can always get into the video or digital journalism also. So some of these areas I'm exploring. One is that how much is the revenue support, how is the market going, how many players can it accommodate, 5, 10, 20 players compared to the overcrowded TV news, print news, print media, magazine and all that. There is an advantage these old journalism houses have, like Hindu, Indian Express. Indian Express I admire a lot. Hindu also I admire, but not as much as when N. Ram or Vardharajan or P. Sainath was there. Then there is Deccan Herald is doing good. Then there is, and then there is very less, I think. Only these 3, 4 to talk about. There is anything else. Telegraph does occasionally good. So these are what I'm trying to say, is that I'm trying to look into this is very interesting market. And another thing I must say that when I was I have been away from mainstream for a long time, 6, 7 years. It's a long time. I'm trying to come back. One thing which I felt important is to highlight. I was in with an MBA school in Kolkata for some time, 5, 6 months. And there was few presentations I was there, where students made presentations on entrepreneurship. What I am thinking now after looking at this domain, students should do much more entrepreneurship. There is no Bengali video news content. Many of the students should do it. They should look into it and say that, can you set up a pure digital video news content business, digital video, digital what I say that, digital TV news content, even text. Another Patrika is there, whatever the old powerhouses are there, but they have their shortcomings. They will not be so nimble as many of the new age, few young students graduating from B schools, journalism schools. Can they set it up? I have not seen any in Kolkata or in Eastern region or in Bengali language per se, which are coming up and doing great regional journalism. Similarly, each state can have that. The vernacular media, so one part is Hindi, one part is English. And then so these are the areas entrepreneurs, the students should look into and explore. They can do it while even studying. They can start a regional vernacular news media online and try to see how they scale it up, how can they provide content, original content. And there is a huge market in India. I also found another thing that 55% or 85%, 85% of Indians are online now. That's what BBC said, that 85% of Indians, or is it 55%, 85 million? 85 million will be roughly India 140 million, 85 million will be, yes, 65%. Right? 66 into 14, 84, yeah. So around 60%, 65% of Indians are now connected to the internet. My time when I was doing research on that, it was hardly, I think Avnish Bajaj also said that suddenly when there's a drop in internet usage or ISPs were dying, Cal Tiger was there and others. So there's a huge road, lots of water have flown under the bridges since 2000. On the time I was directly associated with the internet industry until 2025. So point is that internet users have grown hugely. Consumption habit of media on online media has gone up hugely, and the analysis part of that, which I used to do long back, I had articles, I believe, in India in Countercurrent, and there was another platform, Desi Critics, that died down. And the new age, like just like the dot coms of 2000 to 2005, many of those died, and then new ones came up, like these Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal or many others. I don't do much on those, whatever my son does. So these are the things I believe this is an area to watch out for. There is a huge entrepreneurial opportunity there. That's the point I also want to highlight. And I'm also trying to look into the research and trying to see how this industry is evolving, the advertisement market size, how much of that is on online platforms, and within online in what type of breakup, like how much is online news, how much is online entertainment, how much is over the top applications, OTT applications, how much is whatever others could be. Yeah, whatever. So these are the areas I will probably try to update myself over the next 5-7 days and try to keep posted again. So this is on the digital, or they say digital India, but on the digital media and subscribers, on particularly on the news media side, and whether the digital news media can clean up the paid media, Gori media, all that. The worst phase of Indian media, those Rahul Kanwal, Sudhir Chaudhuris, and all those, who will do any nonsense, who doesn't have any credibility. God knows why they exist in the name of journalism. So I have a lot of hope from these alternate news media sites. I believe they will do good. Good luck to them, and I encourage many students from journalism, MBA, or many university graduates, postgraduates. They should look at this domain. It doesn't need big investment. You just need a mobile phone. You need to keep your eyes and ears on. Some sources, to all those, many of these young journalistic online media sites have field journalists, but you can all start at least very basic from a sort of garage mentality of Silicon Valley startup and try to scale up. So this area I will try to keep an eye and update again. Thank you.